This is Dr. Zain Agha from zwinner.com. So here are my recommendations for this week, starting Monday the 5th of June and ending on Friday the 9th of June 2023. I hope you made good money last week trading especially the non-farm payroll from USA. On Monday the 5th of June at 7:30 a.m. early morning, 7:30 a.m. London time, we have the CPI coming out of Switzerland. It's expected to be better than the previous one. It's expected to be at 0.3% as against 0.0% previous. So it's a good sign for the Swiss franc. If it comes out at 0.4% or more, in that case you need to buy the Swiss franc. If it comes out in a negative figure, less than 0.0%, in that case you need to sell the Swiss franc. Then at 3 p.m. from USA, we have the ISM Services PMI coming out, and is expected to be better than the previous one. The previous one was 59.9 and is expected to be 50.6, 52.6. If it comes out less than 50, in that case you need to sell the US dollar. If it comes out more than 53, then you need to buy the US dollar. Then the next day, on Tuesday, 6th of June at 5:30 a.m., you have the interest rate coming out of Australia. Now it's expected to remain the same at 3.5%. In case the interest rate goes up to 4% or more, then you need to buy the Australian dollar. If the interest rate goes down to 3.75% or less, in that case you need to sell the Australian dollar. Then on Wednesday the 7th of June at 2:30 a.m. London time, we have the GDP coming out of Australia, and it's expected to be less than previous quarter. The previous quarter GDP was 0.5% and expected to be much lower at 0.3%. If it comes out at 0.7% or more, then you need to buy the Australian dollar. If it comes out at 0% or less, then you need to sell the Australian dollar. Then at 3 p.m. on Wednesday the 7th of June, we have the interest rate coming out of Canada. It's expected to remain the same at 4.5%, the same as previous, the same as the present one. But in case it goes up to 4.75% or more, then you need to buy the Canadian dollar. If it goes down to 4.25% or less, then you need to sell Canadian dollar. Then the next day, on Thursday the 8th at 1:30 p.m. London time, you have the unemployment claims coming out of USA. So the data is expected to come out at 239k as against 232k previous. Now this is not really good. It's much more than last month. Now if last week, if the interest rate, if the unemployment claims comes out at 245k or more, then you need to sell the US dollar. If it comes out at 225k or less, in that case you need to buy the US dollar. And on Friday the 9th at 1:30 p.m. we have the unemployment change coming out from Canada, as well as the unemployment rate coming out. The unemployment change was previous one was 41.4k. Now if it comes out at 45k or more, in that case you need to buy the Canadian dollar. If it comes out at 39 or less, 39k or less, then you need to sell the Canadian dollar. Now at the same time, keep an eye on the unemployment rate. The previous unemployment rate was 5%. If the unemployment rate goes down to 4.5%, in that case you need to buy the Canadian dollar. If it goes up to 5.5%, in that case you need to sell the Canadian dollar. But make sure these both of them, they do not contradict each other. If they do, then just keep out of it. So this is all for this week, and hope you will make good money this week too. And if there's any questions, put in the comments down below, and I will answer your questions. Take care, thank you, and bye bye.